The deeper I dig into Angie Stone's passing, the more shocking this situation becomes. The details aren't adding up, and it's starting to look like a massive cover-up. Jaguar Wright was the first to suggest that Angie may have been silenced for challenging some of the most powerful figures in Hollywood. Figures who notoriously despise being questioned. Jaguar has long been known for exposing the dark, twisted side of the industry, and when she spoke out, people started giving this case a serious side-eye. And here's the kicker. Her claims seem to be spot on. The inconsistencies, the unanswered questions, and the eerie silence surrounding Angie's death all point to something much bigger than what's being reported. There's more to this story, and I have a feeling the truth is far more sinister than we've been led to believe. Tyler Perry. Yes, Tyler Perry reportedly went off at Angie Stone's funeral, calling out those who did her dirty. But that's just the beginning. The streets are buzzing, and rumors are swirling about the driver of the truck that hit Angie, suggesting they may not be as innocent as we've been led to believe. This story is full of twists and turns, and the deeper we dig, the more disturbing it gets. Was Angie set up to be another industry sacrifice? Could her name be yet another addition to Hollywood's long list of mysterious tragedies? On March 1, 2025, the world lost 63-year-old R&B icon Angie Stone in a devastating car accident. She was the only fatality out of 9 people involved. At the time, Angie was in the middle of filming a new project but had briefly stepped away to attend a Mardi Gras concert in Alabama. She and her band were traveling in a Sprinter van near Montgomery when disaster struck. The vehicle suddenly overturned, setting off a chain of events that now raise more questions than answers. Interstate 65, leaving them vulnerable. Before anyone had a chance to react, a semi-truck came barreling toward them, slamming into their vehicle and turning the scene into a wreck of mangled metal and absolute chaos. Tragically, Angie Stone was the only fatality, a detail suspicious enough on its own. Fans aren't convinced this was just an unlucky accident. Why? Because just weeks before her passing, Angie had made it clear she was going to war with Hollywood. After years of being underpaid and overlooked, she had finally reached her breaking point. She had discovered that she was being robbed blind and was preparing to take legal action against Universal Music Group, UMG, over unpaid royalties. Angie was ready to fight for what was rightfully hers. From what she shared, nearly everyone in her corner, her management, her label, had completely failed her. Her management wasn't standing up for her the way they should have. And the label? Allegedly raking in millions, while Angie, the very artist generating that wealth, was barely seeing a dime. Imagine dedicating your life to your craft, pouring your heart and soul into your music, only for the people around you to sit back, cash in, and leave you with scraps. Just before her death, Angie posted a chilling message. Asterisk. I've just discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen, and guess what? I know exactly who did it. But don't get it twisted. I'm coming for you. All the dogs who thought they could take what's mine, trust I'm ready. Asterisk. This wasn't just a casual complaint. Angie was gearing up for battle, and she wasn't afraid to name names. Fans can't help but wonder, was her sudden passing connected to those unpaid royalties? Because let's be real, this wouldn't be the first time an artist mysteriously lost their life after challenging the industry's power players. The music business has a long, ugly history of silencing those who push back. The circumstances surrounding the accident only fuel the suspicions. A horrific crash, yet somehow only Angie didn't survive. Of course, no one is wishing for more casualties, but for some, the math just isn't matching. Some even speculate that Angie may have already been gone before the accident, an idea that only deepens the mystery. And then there's Jaguar Wright, who has never shied away from exposing the industry's darkest secrets. According to her, the official story surrounding Angie's passing isn't as straightforward as we've been led to believe. She insists that this wasn't an accident at all. So what really happened to Angie Stone? Was she silenced before she could expose the truth? Did her fight for justice make her a target? These questions linger, and until we have real answers, the side-eye on this whole situation isn't going anywhere.
What do they want?
What do you mean? They want their payment. They want their pound of
They're pound of flesh. They want you to keep feeding the system. Doesn't matter how hard she worked for it. That's not her money. That's their money. That's what they do. They've been robbing me for years.
Yep.
They stole more money from me than they stole from Angie. I can't stop thinking about Nick Carter. And Aaron Carter. I can't stop thinking. Brother in the Illuminati, brother not in the Illuminati. Brother in the Illuminati commits all kinds of heinous crimes against women, and he's okay, but his brother's gone. And all he wanted was his money so he could push on. Like, how many of these things have to happen in front of the public? Of course they're gonna attack, I'll be sure. Of course they're gonna attack me. Of course they're gonna attack anybody who's interested in the truth. Of course they're gonna come at us really hard for that first 72 hours to make sure we stop posting, or at least get us flagged from being able to go live, so nobody thinks about the details of the fact that we just watched Angie Stone get moved around in real time on her son's.
But wait, there's more. Just days ago at Angie's funeral, Tyler Perry went off on the industry for how they mistreated her while she was alive. He also seemingly confirmed Angie's claims, stating that she was indeed owed money and had been robbed blind by those who should have supported her.
Forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And I'm going to tell you something, this woman was a prophet. She prophesied and preached her own eulogy. What am I talking about? In her song, No More Rain in This Cloud, she says, my sunshine has come. And I'm all crying out. There's no more rain in this cloud. And many of you may not know this, but I'm a pilot. And when you are a pilot, the first thing you study is the weather. And I learned about clouds. And what a cloud is particles, air and particles. And when the rain gets in that cloud and the particles get too heavy, it becomes to rain. It drops to the ground. It falls. It is just like our souls. We hold so much in. We hold so much pain. We hold so much that it has to come out of our eyes as tears. But the beauty of what she was talking about is when a cloud has no more tears, it dissipates. It's gone. But if you listen to that song again, there's a part that I want you to really, really listen to. She said, what goes around comes around.
It's absolutely heartbreaking to think that anyone could be treated this way, let alone someone who dedicated years of her life to the industry and helped build up other artists. But as tragic as this situation is, rumors are now swirling that the truck that hit Angie Stone might not have been part of a random accident. Some are even alleging that it was a paid job. Now, let's be clear. This is all alleged information, so don't come for me. But according to an anonymous whistleblower who sent a message to Tough News TV, the driver of the truck that slammed into Angie's Sprinter van has completely disappeared. No one can find him, and he's essentially ghosted everyone. The whistleblower wrote, *Howdy. I used to work at the same trucking company as the fellow who ran into the Sprinter van that hit Miss Stone. While she was being tended to on the side of the road, she was thrown a few yards due to impact. I don't think he is going to return to work, honestly. This thing has tormented him. And he's not responding to the company's texts or phone calls. My wife reached out to his wife to offer support after we learned he turned in the rig and left. My former boss says his explanation was that he came upon the wreck too fast to make an adjustment to dodge it. But as I look at all the details that I have at my disposal, something just doesn't sound right about this. I'm surprised he hadn't been drinking, considering his extensive history of that. Well, I'm not acting as if I'm Perry Mason with the wherewithal to solve a case. Just thought I'd reach out. Now, this is shady on so many levels. It makes you wonder, is the truck driver suffering from immense guilt, or is there more to the story? If this was truly just a tragic accident, then yes, it would make sense for him to be overwhelmed with guilt and need time away. But on the other hand, some people are saying he might have been paid off. We already know Jaguar Wright suggested that Angie was taken out, and fans have been questioning everything about this case. Now, conspiracy theories are running wild about how the truck driver's sudden disappearance might be because he was paid to stay quiet and lay low until the situation blows over. Fans have been leaving comments like, "No. Angie said loud and clear in her video. If I die, you know who did it." She spoke the truth, and the monsters behind the scenes didn't like that. This was a direct hit. This whole accident was a setup. Angie was worth more dead than alive, and they took her out because they didn't want to pay her what was due. The truck driver did it on purpose. The skid marks don't add up. That Saturday morning when Angie's death was announced, I immediately thought about her revealing her plans to go after her money. And then there's another theory tying this to the bigger picture. Angie had been deeply involved with some of the highest profile A-list performers, including Natalie Cole and Whitney Houston. Both of their children, Bobby Christina Brown and Robert Yancey, died under mysterious circumstances. Some fans are now pointing fingers at major players in the music industry like Lucian Grange, the CEO of UMG, and others in powerful positions, suggesting that there's a pattern of artists being eliminated when they start demanding what they're owed. There's a lot that doesn't add up here. So what do y'all think? Was Angie set up, or are people reading too much into this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video because trust me, this story is far from over.